The ancient peoples of Oklahoma. Long before Columbus discovered America, people lived in Oklahoma. Archaeologists have discovered the relics of their tools and artwork. Apparently, several different tribes lived here. Here are some of them. Number 1, the Earth House people. Based on the ruins that have been uncovered, most of the ancient Oklahomans lived in earth houses. The relics of these houses can be found in more than 20 counties, and it is believed that more than one generation lived in these houses. These people lived in eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, as well as Kansas, Arkansas, and Texas. Based on the tools the archaeologists have found, these people stayed in one place and grew their own food. They also likely had an advanced civilization. They made beautiful pottery. They lived in dome houses that were framed in timber and incredibly well built. The roof of their houses were covered in either sod or grass turf. They would live in these houses until the wooden frames became so decayed that they were dangerous. Then these people would abandon their homes and build another one close by. Eventually, those abandoned homes would collapse under the weight of the sodden roofs. They left behind a low circular mound that are still around today. So many, in fact, and in such a close proximity that there's no doubt that these were made by people. Number 2, the cave and ledge people. There were also tribes that lived either in caves or rock ledges that jutted out. These people lived in the mountainous parts of the northeastern part of Oklahoma. As you can imagine, it would get a little crowded in a cave or on a ledge. That's probably why there weren't as many cave and ledge people as there were earth house dwellers. While the earth house people cultivated the soil for their food, the cave and rock ledge people primarily hunted and fished. Archaeologists know this because they found remnants of shells as well as bones that had been broken to extract the marrow. They also found weapons, utensils, and other implements. Number 3, the mound builders. These people lived by the river, specifically the Illinois River, the Arkansas River, the Grand River, and the Red River. They built mounds that resembled cones or pyramids, but flatter. These mounds are much older than the earth houses that were found later. It's estimated that the mound builders lived between 500 AD and 1500 AD. These people were hardworking and intelligent. They were skilled in farming, art, and, when necessary, making war. Archaeologists have classified the mound builders as 3 different types depending on where their mounds were located. The Hopewell and Adena mound builders lived primarily in Ohio and Indiana. The Mississippi mound builders were the ones who lived in Oklahoma. They built these mounds for a variety of purposes: for burials of important people, to worship their sun gods, and sometimes important people lived in these mounds. Like the earth house dwellers, they made beautiful pottery. They also made advanced implements, grew and stored corn, fished, and hunted for their food. They ruled themselves through chiefdoms and sometimes went to war with their neighboring tribes. Most of these ancient Oklahomans lived in the eastern half of the state, where there were beautiful forests, mountains, and clear, sparkling rivers. It's where I'd go. The indigenous tribes who came from these ancient Oklahomans are still around today, although some of them couldn't always live in Oklahoma. They would sometimes be driven away by hostile tribes or droughts. These descendants are mostly of the Caddo tribe. They lived not only in Oklahoma, but also in Texas and Louisiana near the Red River and the Sabine River. Other descendants include the Wichita tribes. These tribes lived near the Wichita Mountains and along the upper Red River. These people lived in villages and cultivated the soil for their food. They were also good at hunting, trading with their neighbors, and negotiating. The Wichitas lived in grass-thatched huts that were up to 30 feet in diameter. They built these huts by carving forked cedar poles that they would prop up and cover with grasses. They relied on bison for their food, their clothing, their medicine, and their armor. Like the mound builders, the Wichitas made beautiful ceramic pottery. Spanish and French explorers were so impressed with this pottery that they would trade with the Wichita Indians. If you're near Anadarko, Oklahoma, be sure to stop by the Wichita Tribal History Museum. They have a number of exhibits. They also have an outdoor exhibit, a life-sized grass house. They also provide guided tours and offer lectures about the Wichita people. So, have you visited any of these ancient sites? There's some pretty famous ones near Spiro, Oklahoma. If you have, let us know in the comments below. Thank you, my amazing friend, for watching Okie Lore. Click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ding the notification bell so you'll find out whenever a new episode comes out. And I'll see you in the next one.